Hi, boys and girls. It's time for another Jeep Talk Show interview. We're going to be talking with Tom Zielinski. This is the first time Tom's been on the show. No, I did that with Dan Gregg the other day. I think Dan Gregg's been on the show 5 times, which is fine. I mean, it's neat because it's cool re-interviewing people because they're like old friends. Now, you and I have met on a couple of occasions, 2 or 3 occasions, I believe. And so we actually know each other in person, but it's always fun for me to meet people that I've spoken to here on the show. You know, you get to know somebody virtually, but it's exciting when you get to meet them in person.
Well, I think I would even take that a step further and say it's even more fun when we can be on trail.
Oh, yeah.
So we have that experience because we all belong out on trail at some point, hopefully together, and sharing that experience. So, yeah, it's great to be back. Great to be here. I can't think of the last time I was on, but it's been a little bit. You know, we've done a bunch of stuff, and I see Chris at lots of events, and we always create some fun content at our events and at other people's events, and so it's great to be back, though.
Yeah, Chris likes going to those things, and I'm always very appreciative because it's stuff I can't do. I mean, I just don't live in that area of the world. All right, so Tom, you wrote us an intro. I feel like I really need to read it, even though it's very short. I would suspect that you've never had a conversation this short as this intro is. Lifelong off-road enthusiast, former motocross racer, creator and producer of many off-road and action sports events over the last 25 years. It's 25, but it seems like 35, right? You can find out more about Tom's events at 4festevents.com. That's the number 4, festevents.com. And, Tom, I didn't look it up. When's your next 4Fest event?
So we've got a jam-packed schedule coming up between off-road events and road racing events and all the stuff. But next 4Fest is Detroit 4Fest. That comes up September 5 and 6. And then that's followed, in terms of off-road and Jeep stuff, that's followed on September 26, 27, and 28 with our West Virginia 4Fest event, which is loads and loads of fun, also in a beautiful location. A couple of people last year even said, man, I can't believe they let us come here and off-road in this beautiful spot at Ace Adventure Resort. So it's really awesome.
So, that's a good point. You say it's a Jeep event. You're a bit of a trader because you don't just do Jeep events. You do all kinds of events. I'm thinking, of course, the Broncos.
I am for sure. If you wish to characterize me as a trader, you can. Just remember, 4Fest events are powered by Jeep, so we're very proud of that, and that's a very long-standing relationship, as you know.
Oh, yeah.
And we're very proud of that. But certainly, we welcome other brands at our events, and in terms of our road racing stuff, obviously, with road racing events, there aren't a whole lot of Jeeps, but breaking news, we are going to have, I'll be really careful how I say it. We are going to have some extremely well-known Jeep drivers, particularly a couple from the Ultra 4 space, that will be road racing their very high-performance Jeeps at West Virginia Hill Fest.
Can we get Chris in one of those behind in the driver's seat, behind the steering wheel?
No, I think not.
Will you be able to? Will you be able to drive one?
Yes.
Well, see, that's just not fair.
Correct. No, that's not fair. No. Make no claims about fairness here whatsoever, Tony. No, it's not fair. It's just that
you got the insurance. That's what it is. Chris needs better insurance.
the guys that have these 700 to 900 horsepower off-road racing monsters are pretty finicky about who's in them, and they're not looking to have them upside down on a course.
Okay, I can buy that. I don't know. I bet you Chris would drive it, even though I'm wondering if he'd go, oh no, I can't do that. I'd love it. I would absolutely love it, as long as I made sure that they released liability on me in case anything happened. I love driving fast, so it was horsepower is a bad thing for me to have.
Hillfest is certainly the place to do that, and that's another one where so many people came up, put their arm around my shoulder, and said, "Hey, you're sure we're allowed to do this? Because this feels really, really off.
Oh,
Like they're letting us.
That's exciting when it feels wrong.
Yes, they're letting us take over this beautiful ski resort, and we're doing really cool, high horsepower, fun things. So it's good.
That's really, really cool. So again, the Detroit Tour Fest coming up September what?
5 and 6. So that will be a kickoff on Friday. We do a great thing with Jeep to support some local students and bring a bunch of students out. We're also bringing out a couple of the local colleges in sort of a learn the trades moment to talk with some of our amazing vendors, folks that you know well, like Dana, like the folks at Jeep and many others. And then, of course, one of your good friends, Tyree Off-Road Lighting, is the title sponsor to the Off-Road Night Fest on Friday night. So that's brought to everybody by Tyree Off-Road Lighting, and then straight into the action on Saturday with the addition of a very, very upgraded and new rock climb time trial competition. We kicked it off last year, did it on a small scale. It was really successful. And so this year we're really upping our game on the time trial rock climb competition. And we've added a lot of really hard 10 scale steep rock climb as part of this time trial. So it's going to be a blast.
Mm-hmm. And I'll just say, Tyree Lights is a sponsor, currently a sponsor here on the show for our interview episodes. But I have Tyree Lights on my Gladiator that Ken sent me a couple of years ago, and they are just amazing. And if you are curious about how good the Tyree Lights are, going to Detroit Tour Fest, the Night Fest, is an excellent way to find out. But bring sunglasses with you because they are that bright. They are extremely bright.
Yeah, and I would even go a step further and say there's lights on the market that are bright, no question. There's stuff that's out there. I think one of the things that Tyree brings to the market is that mining and military backdrop, where not only are they bright, but they've got to be burly, tough.
Yes.
Take the abuse. You know, you can drown them, you can bump them and bang them, and they just keep going. And goodness knows.
And so much testing. They do so much internal testing. They have to because of the commercial aspect. I didn't even think about the military side of it, but yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they're subject to a lot of testing. So we think it's great. Certainly, we all know somebody that's really been out in it and they've lost lighting in some faraway place.
That could be critical.
The fun goes away quick.
Yeah, it could be dangerous. I mean,
Yes.
you could be stuck until some sort of daybreak. And we recently had some major flooding in Texas that killed lots of people. Could you imagine being in that, trying to evacuate, trying to flee, and because it was in the early morning hours, trying to flee, and now your lights aren't working? So yeah, I mean, it's just like people say about Warren wrenches. You know, get a Warren wrench because you know it's good. It doesn't mean it always will be, but that's generally the go-to winch to go with because if you want it to work, and that's the same thing with Tyree Lights. I consider Tyree Lights right up there with the level of Warren with lights. And also, too, they have some really cool things coming out. Ever since Eric has joined, they have been going full balls on new products. And also, too, I'll just mention, this isn't a commercial for them. I just really appreciate their support and the lights that I have on the Jeep. They also have $100 lights now. You can get the basic lights. I don't like the name. I think they should call them fancy or store brand, but not basic.
Look, and this was a conversation, as you know, I work with those guys a lot.
Oh, was this your idea? I'm sorry, Tom.
No, not taking credit for anything here. But this has been a conversation for a long time. And there's got to be various price points in the marketplace.
Yes.
And there are some cool things coming out. I'll be careful. But I did get a shipment of some things today, as a matter of fact. Will be
lift with your legs.
That will
Things are heavy.
It'll be on my Jeep over the weekend, and so we'll do some testing here coming up, and we're really looking forward to.
So, Tom, when you're installing lights on your Jeep, do you point at somebody and say, "Install those lights"?